Hi. Oh, it is I forgot to turn my model on. Whoops. It is Hikaru Star, friendly neighborhood alien stranded here on the third rock from the sun. And I got more work on the doll. I think I can turn that off. I'm not hearing much outside right now. But yeah, the city's been doing some road work on one of the two streets I live on. I'm on a corner. And this morning it was just like super loud. Super loud. It was annoyingly loud. Okay. So, as you can see, I still got my plastic wrap out. I got my doll out. I was thinking, oh, I can start patterning the clothes today. But I really can't. I still got one more thing that needs to be made. Shoes. I'm going to take a look at my reference here. Get this over here so I can see it. I want to take a look at the shoes I'm going to put on Equinox here. Okay, looks just like some platform sneakers. Okay. So, I got to wrap the feet up. And do more work. Dog hair and the dog hair on the microphone. I need my scissors. Why didn't I get my scissors out? Because I wasn't thinking straight. I'm gonna need these two while I'm getting stuff out. I'm just gonna grab everything I need to get out and move this down. Whoop. I got a microphone stand on the side on my right, and I got my headphone cord plugged into my mixer. So yeah, I'm prepared. So that's if you hear any weird sounds while I was doing that. Okay. I'm just gonna try to wrap up the foot as best as I can as soon as I figure out exactly how I want to. Oh, my scissors up here and my marker. Okay. Now I am going to do both feet. Okay. So once again, masking tape over the plastic wrap. Protect the doll at all costs. First couple of pieces of tape are just to help keep the plastic wrap on. Now I'm still going to do both feet. Don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to get a bigger piece. Okay. Well, there's some piece right there too. Okay. We'll take a look at that again. Let me open that up in VIII. Oops, wrong VIII. It was just an update. Well, it wasn't just an update. I just updated it. Finally. So I want to make sure I have the current version on. I'm just going to go into VIII. Okay. No, I'm only going to do the one shoe, I think. I'm gonna risk it. Actually, no, no, screw it. I am doing tutus. I want to make it look as good as possible. Because honestly, there's also kind of part of me that hopes if I can get good enough at doing this, maybe I can do something like this for other people, you know? Make them their VTuber models or something as dolls. That would be kind of cool, you know? And considering some of the, at least the VTubers I follow, they might really like that. And what I mean by that is, you know, you got like the. I'm just gonna trim this out a little bit here first. Maybe this one. Okay. You got kind of like the superhero-y VTubers and stuff. And follow a couple of them. And maybe, who knows, maybe I'll be able to, you know, give them some kind of physical thing of their model. Their superhero-y model. Others, they may be wearing a little more normal clothing. And by normal, I mean just like, you know, not complex stuff like superhero outfits. Like tokusatsu superheroes and stuff. But I would like to do that. I mean, that could be kind of fun. Part of also the reason why I'm writing down my times is if I decide to do something like that, if I decide to do something like that, I can like I can have like a base price on commission for commissions and stuff. Figure about how much I spend on materials, about how much I spend. You know, how long I spend making a doll. Because honestly, I think this is something I would like to do. In terms of commissions and the like. Is make. Oops, a little too much. Is to make dolls. That could be kind of fun. Because yeah, there's some frustrating moments. I think I'll put this piece over here. There's some frustration and stuff with it, but at the end of the day, it's night. You know what I'm? But at the same time, it's just fun. This is creation that I like. Same with puppets. I think also the thing with dolls versus puppets for me, in terms of like possibly doing commissions someday, I don't know, is I'll always compare myself to like the professional puppet makers. Like like I see it, the professional puppet makers, basically. The Jim Henson Creature Shop people and the like. I'm never gonna be that good. My stitching lacks a lot. But this, I think I'm pretty okay at. I think I'm pretty okay at this. And once again, it could be kind of fun making dolls for some of the VTubers I follow if they commission me. And if not, you know, hey, I can still make dolls. Because doing this little random doll I'm working on right now. Whoops. Back in there. Ew. Okay. Let me take a look at the other shoe. Snuggle. We'll get drinking and marital sex. And tonight I'll make some snacks that are perfectly bars and checks. Into us now. Make no mistake. I'm gonna have fun 'cause it's spring break. We'll fuck right on the floor. Sorry. Lot more. Camping in the woods. Camping in the woods. Yeah. It's a musical. I can't help singing to music. Singing to musicals. Okay. Come on. It's not cutting. I mean, it's cutting. I can't seem to get my. I can't seem to get my scissors underneath just enough to cut. Oh, you know what? I didn't mark the. I can mark everything. It should come off once I get this back seam taken care of here. You know. I mean, I might be able to get it off now. I'll take it off the back. There we go. I don't know. This is like super tight for some reason. Okay. I get it off? Nope. Okay. Now let me get the. See if I can get the back off this one. And then I'll cut at the front too. Equinox is very flexible. Like I said, he was double jointed. Equinox can do the splits and everything. It's weird. The stuff I could do with my arms when I was younger was kind of like insane. Like I can't seem to get under the plastic wrap. There we go. Oh, it's like so much plastic wrap. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through the top here too. Okay. Should be able to get it off now. Okay, got one. Once again, it is honestly getting underneath a plastic wrap here. Oop. Oop. I can fix that. Okay. Legs backwards. There we go, Equinox. Oh. I'll put you up there. Okay. This was the left. Okay. Left in. Left out. Left spot. Right bottom. Right in. Right out. Okay. Now I should be able to do this a little easier. All this cut out. I don't have a container for the shoe bits. I just realized that. I have to grab a container. I have containers, I just have to grab them. There we go. Can I flatten that out? Okay, I'm gonna flatten that out. I just want to have a container to put these in so I can keep everything somewhat organized. Okay. Gotta fix it on the left shoe. Okay. I'm gonna give it a little bit of tape. Just a quick skosh. I mean, the good news is this is only the template. This is what I make the patterns out of. Well, technically I make patterns out of, yeah, paper, but This is what I used to design the pattern. So much plastic wrap right there on the split. I mean, you can see that thickness there. Can I get some of it out? Can I just trim some of it here at least? I just want to trim some of that out so I can maybe lay it down flatter on the paper. Okay, I think that'll flatten out nicely enough. And I can make a tongue if I need to. Hello. There we go. Boots are done. I'm just gonna throw this away, grab a quick container to stick those pieces in, and actually start making patterns. Oh, I know exactly where my that should be small enough for the boot pieces. I put all my patterns in some containers last night to help keep them to at least keep the outfit pieces sorted. Okay. There. All I needed to get done. Come on. There we go. Okay, let me grab the paper. Paper. Whoop, what I bump? That's what I bumped. Oh, you know what? I didn't adjust my webcam. Let me turn off auto white balance and auto exposure. There we go. Okay. Got a piece of paper. I'll stick the rest up there. Container. Let me get a pencil out. And I think I'll start with the jacket. Kind of like these little takeout food containers. It's just perfect for stuff like this. Okay, I'm starting with the jacket. Okay. So now I trace. Oh. Oh man, that's well. At least you want to deal with the wildfires, Nick? And I'm trying to find a positive. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just a quick trace. That's left sleeve piece. That's left sleeve piece. Okay, this is the rear. So first thing is the sleeves. These are the first pieces I grab. And then just do a quick trace. I'm divided up into two full pieces because it's a little easier for me. Sorry your flight was you missed your flight though. I mean, seeing family in another countries can be pretty good. I don't know that all my family's pretty much, or at least the only family that I care about is within the county. Within my county. They're easy enough to visit if I want to. Okay. So now I'm just gonna. I think that's probably closer to this piece. Yeah. And now I try to line up at a couple spots. And just trace around again. Something I learned while making puppet costumes. I'm making outfits for puppets in a good average of both sides here. And then that's good. Hopefully it's a nice flight back. Now I just kind of try to get about halfway between the lines. And these gaps here. I'm trying to even things out. I don't know why I did that. Now I'm keeping the length of the longest part just so if I need to trim off any, I can. At least the jacket will be easy enough to put on. Okay. I think I made it a little too dark. My goal for the day is pretty much just make these patterns. That's my goal for the day. I have to dig out all the material to do that. To make this. Space for that? Yeah. Oh, like. And then this just gets flipped. It's gonna be pretty much like this for every piece. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to adjust some things on the camera here. I can barely see what I'm doing. Oh, brightness is not helping. Okay, right about there. Looks like you can really see, kind of get a sense of what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's the jacket. Toss all that back in there. The top, the mesh top. I have a big old ream of paper I was using for my old printer, my old 3D printer, so I could have so I could level the bed. And now I have a printer that has automatic bed leveling. It's like a revelation. I love automatic bed leveling. I don't ever want to go back to non-automatic bed leveling. Okay. Maybe a little lighter. This initial. There we go. Okay, try to at least center a bit. And always tighten if I need to. I'm definitely going to be dividing the back into two. Might be able to get it on easier because the heads on these dolls are kind of big and they're rigid. They are rigid, so I don't want to try to stretch it over the head too much. It's like a puppet's head. There's at least some give. With a human head, pretty much all the materials I use are made for clothing anyway, so there we go. Okay. But what I might do end up doing is like sewing it on the doll. Now, I remember I made darts on this one. They're not too big. I might just do that and just skip the dart. Last night I thought of a place where I might be able to get some stocking material without having to purchase any. Because I do also just want to use up stuff we have if at all possible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to design all the patterns, and then I'm going to cut. Okay. There we go. Just clean back up and get the legs. I had desiccant beads in here to help dry off the plastic. Do I have anything? I just kind of dump these in right now. I'm gonna dump them onto the table. I can get the loose ones out. There's still a couple beads left in there, but I'm not worried about them yet. But I keep most of my desiccant beads that I use on the resin, and I intend to dry them out at some point. What container I can dump these in? What's in this container? No, not in that container. What's in here? That's my picture hanging stuff. I got this. And then I can dump these into the bin I put them into until I can get something to dry them with. I don't want to stick them in the oven. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, but I don't want to stick them in the oven I cook in. Just in case. Okay. But I used some of those old ones to help dry off my filament when I was making that doll. Leg 1. Or at least the front of the leg. And then I will use these containers to put the pattern pieces in while I'm working. And I will be keeping these pieces until the outfit is completely done. Try to line it up to the top at least. Once again, I'm going to go with the longer. I can always hem and trim and hem if I need to. The rule is measure twice, cut once. And I am not violating that rule. Spent too much time in set construction in high school. And too much time making stuff like this to violate the measure twice, cut once rule. There's rules that you just don't violate. Ow. My knuckle locked. And this is my way of measuring twice. You made too many puppets. I just need to work my stitching on puppets. And then I will feel better about my puppet work. Meanwhile, I shouldn't, because, I shouldn't feel bad about my puppet work, because, or compare myself to the Jim Henson people or the Muppet people, because they're now two different peoples. Because, because I have to remember that they're just as janky up close, probably. I mean, Gonzo's beak is unfinished foam. Or at least the original Gonzo's beak was. I don't know what Disney does. But if you can get like a close-up look at the Sesame Street puppets, for instance, they're going to be just as janky. There we go. Now time to start cutting these out. Hopefully this will work. I've just got to find a pair of old jeans to cut up. I got plenty. I just got to find them. Part of the reason why I save old jeans. The other part is I hope I can fit in them again. There's the front of the leg. Got to cut 2 of those. One for the left and one for the right. I know exactly how they're sewn. I just gotta find my pair of old jeans to do. I think I got some old gray jeans that I really adored. I like the way they looked. I think if I can find a pair of those, I can use those. They're just torn in an awkward spot. And the back of the leg. Okay. Oh, I didn't make the shoes yet. I didn't pattern the shoes out. Let me get this paper gone. I should be able to just use this strap here. Okay. Shoes are going to be the hard part. I'm thinking about maybe if I can get some canvas and some RIT dye. Just for general shoe patterning. Gonna toss those back into the container. Okay. Now, I should be able to work with this. Then these pieces get thrown away once I actually have it done. I might end up designing a tongue. Okay. I wish I had some canvas I could actually use to turn into shoes. At least for the dolls. I'll have to see what I got. Might have some interesting materials I can use to turn into the doll shoes. Or I might just use craft foam. Okay. There we go. Shoes. I'm going to put them in with the tape for now. Mainly because I don't have like any little bags or something. I can stick that in. In here. Okay. I'm not starting the close today so I can spend time so I can spend time looking for the material, looking for the fabrics. I have some ideas though now. Oh, I have some ideas. I'll have to go through and see if I can find the right fabrics. I think I have scraps or stuff that I can get rid of and do what I want with. Oh, this song makes me want to talk about the Robotech news. God, the early 2000s were exciting for Robotech. Harmony Gold was actually, thinking about taking care of the property, and now nothing really new's coming out about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to sew this on once it's done. I'm not really planning on making new outfits for Equinox. Okay. Okay. This is going to be an interesting top to make. No, that head hit the floor. All the way over there. Okay, let's see if I can get it. See if I can get it. If I can get it. Okay, got it. Ah, I saved it. Okay. And one more. The jacket. The big thing. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make it like a true survivor. We need some action if we wanna take a away from here. We know live in passion, we believe in hearts and the brand new feeling action. We're gonna make it like a true survivor. The hero stands alone, all is said and done. The enemies are falling one by one. Out of time, running in and out of time. Here's the ticking of the countdown clock tonight. You know, listen to this music in the background here. David Hasselhoff is a really good singer, and it's a shame that he never really had a music career in the United States. I think the reason why was because, oh, it's the guy from Knight Rider. It's the guy from Baywatch. And he's trying to be a singer. But he's pretty good at it. He should have had a bigger career here in the United States as a singer. Would have been nice. I'm sorry, David Hasselhoff. We were all jerks to you. Ooh. Maybe if I can find the gray, I can make a denim jacket out of this. Make a little denim jacket for Equinox there. Might be kind of fun. I can use that for pants. If I can find the jeans, I can make some nice denim. Make a nice denim jacket. I don't have any patches, but I can figure out something. Okay. That's the pattern. I have made a pattern. I got the jacket, the top, the pants, and the shoes done. I think I did pretty good today. So I think what I'm going to do is take a quick break here. Hit the little aliens room. Hit the little aliens room. See if my dog needs to go outside. Wow. There we go. Just adjusting that back to a halfway decent exposure. Whoops, sorry about my mic. So yeah, I'm going to go take a quick break, switch over to my gaming stuff, hit the little aliens room, see if my boy needs to go outside. But I will be back in a couple minutes to play some Skyrim. So I hope I see you there. I'm still going to be streaming though. Just going to go on to break. So I'll see ya. Actually, let me make sure I've got the right message up. Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes. See you on the flip side.